Hey everybody, this is Yarrow with something a little bit different today. Right now I'm playing Wizardry, Proving Ground of the Mad Overlord. This is a very old school RPG. This came out in, I believe, 1981, 1982, something like that. And is one of the first computer role-playing games that you could actually play. Before this game there was pen and paper D&D, right? But that required you to get friends together and everything, right? You know, you couldn't really play that on your own. But this game, you can perfectly just play by yourself. And it's really simple. It's a dungeon crawl, so you basically just go down into a maze, and you run into monsters, you fight them, you kill them. They may leave behind loot. Typically it's in a treasure chest, or sometimes it's just a pile of gold. And actually here, I'm just going to quickly show you, there's another part of the game where you have a thief inspect the box and see if there's a trap, and have him try to disarm it. And Rick actually found a piece of armor. That's probably going to be just a bunch of rags, though. I don't expect it to be very good. And here's another fight. So the combat system is pretty simple. Just like in, say, Final Fantasy and much of those other games, you got a whole list of orders that you can do. You can make, your character use an item or cast a spell. I'm going to have this guy cast a spell. He's low on spells right now, actually, so I'll have him cast Dilto. That actually reduces the armor class of the opponents that you're fighting. So Samwise hides. Now this all goes a little bit fast, which I don't like. Right? Have our three fighters fight. Have Samwise try to ambush. Now you might be saying, well, this looks pretty advanced for something that was made in the 80s, and you'd be correct. This is actually a remake for the Super Nintendo. Now it was only released in Japan, so I have a ROM that actually patches it and translates it all into English. The gameplay is largely the same, but there's a few tweaks. Like in the original version, your thief couldn't do that ambush ability during battle. He just kind of stood there and did nothing. And I think the cleric also has a turn undead ability. So if you encounter any zombies or skeletons, he, instead of having to cast spells or whatever, he can use turn undead. That'll just you won't get any experience for it, I don't believe. They'll just cause some to run away. Some skeletons or other undead creatures just to run away. Anyhow, so yeah, it's very simple. You just run around in this maze, and you fight, and you get loot. And my characters are, I've already spent a significant amount of time leveling up, so nothing's really a challenge right here. Oh, the chest was not trapped. I actually screwed up there because I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, so yes, like I said, this is actually the SNES version. It's a bit more palatable to look at. If you're interested in getting a legit copy of this, there's actually a version that was released on the PlayStation 3 called Labyrinth of Lost Souls, and it's also available on iOS. Now, it has the original maps from the original game, and I think it has another alternate dungeon that you can bring your characters through. And it's also got sort of an anime theme put onto it as well. All your characters are anime style, whereas in this version, everything's a bit more just generic sort of fantasy style. Medieval fantasy. There's no real anime style in this version, but it's an equivalent. I actually own a copy of it on my PS3, and I enjoyed playing it. However, I don't really have any capture hardware for that one, so I thought I'd just play this. Anyway, so if you're interested, stick around. I've got a whole bunch more episodes uploading, and yeah, we'll see you around. Thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.